To get from the G League to the league, you gotta be made different. And now's their chance to prove it at the G League Winter Showcase, a different kind of tournament for a different kind of hooper. Ready for the next level. This is a whole different league. This is the world's most G League. From December 19 through 22nd, catch the action on ESPN Networks and NBA TV.
Benjamin Betts. It's all about the Benjamin Betts, baby.
You know what's up? Yes, Benjamin Betts, baby.
Are you ready for episode 11?
11
of Benjamin Betts. I'm your host, Corey, also with host Jared. Oh, shoot. and at guard, Denny, 6'1". I love it. The show where we bet $100 every week. All the winnings go to charity. We're in the middle of the NFL season. We're at the beginning of the NBA season. We wrapped up some esports. Jared, we're doing well for ourselves. This past week, we did it again. We were 5-1 in our single game picks in the NFL.
We were, but it was a really awkward 5-1 because we missed the early game. Like, and I think we talked about this. Like, it was so deflating. You know, you go 0-1, you're gonna miss the parlay now.
Yeah.
But then we just went on a tear for the rest of the week, and I just think we have some early game yips. Like, I think we should sign up just for 3:00. Sunday night and Monday Night Football. Don't do Thursday. Don't do any noon games. 3 Sunday night and Monday Night Football.
Break down our record for that. Yeah, maybe we're bad in the early games. I know now we've lost 2 of the 3 like European games. We lost that London game. We lost the Germany game. This one stung because this is Seahawks. And now, like at the beginning of the year, I was ready for a tank season. I was fine. I was good. Now I'm in. And now these games hurt. Watching Tom Brady, like he picks one game to be old Tom Brady. That's what it felt like in the Super Bowl. That's what it felt like any time we used to play him. It just little passes, little runs. It just felt like you never have the ball. But even that, at the end of the day, there was a chance to still try to win the game. And it did not. It did not pan.
It didn't. But there is some exciting, like, I heard they're talking contract negotiations with Geno Smith. Like, I think this team really believes in themselves. Yeah. And I think that can get you far, even in the sports betting world, because we talk a lot. We're not purely analytic guys. Mm-hmm. I think more of what we latch on to is 2 things. I was thinking about this. It's the narrative of what's going on inside that team meets kind of almost what is happening inside the team that week. So, I mean, you're the king of betting NBA based on injuries, based on personnel. And I feel like we kind of do the same in football. If we see a big shift, running backs out, that's more inclination to me than, Atlanta's covered every game this season. Because the trends at the end of the day are going to bite you in the butt.
Always. Yeah, they do. And that's but you have to pick. We talked about after the loss and, you know, why did Brady kind of turn it around? And I like my theory of, you know, in Germany, he's like, he is the GOAT. He is, the GOAT is here. And they're like all big Brady fans. He wins all the Super Bowls. And so he gets over there. And in the States, he's like, man, you and Giselle got divorced. Your season's terrible. You're old. You're washed up. Over there, it's like, oh. And I think he was like, oh, yeah, I'm the ish, man. This is old Tom here.
But but I think we experience that in a lot of different things. Like, you know, in the soccer here in the States and the MLS, like we get all of the aging, you know, European, South American stars. And it's just like, my gosh. Like, remember when
true.
David Beckham started playing in the MLS? And it was like, this is the most handsome European individual I've ever seen. I can't believe he's playing. I think it's the same thing. It's just, it's cultural shell shock to see someone who's such a big deal.
Yeah.
And then, he has one magical game, doesn't save the Bucs season, but it ruins our parlay.
Yes, I know. And that's totally what it is. So screw him. It just was funny. We've lost this parlay now 3 times. We've gone 5-1 3 different times. It was week 1. And then somewhere in the middle, I'm blanking. Week 7 maybe or
somewhere around there.
And now week 11, and now we've lost them in different ways. Never the first one, so this was first for us. I think we're genuinely still searching for 5-0 going into the final game. Monday Night Football, Sunday night. That's what we're searching for, Jared. That's all we want.
That's all I want.
Is the chance. Yeah.
We talk about it all the time. Just give me a chance. Like, I don't care if it's long odds. I don't care what it is. I will be engaged in a game if I have a shot. Exactly.
That's what we want to be engaged. So 5-1, not bad. We are over 60%, well over now. We're probably in the 62% range. I'll update that stat and we'll post it when we post the episode, so you can see that on there. But we are doing good. We lost the mortgage though, so I'm so sorry.
5-5.
We're back to 5-5.
But that just means you've had to pay. Like, if you look at it statistically, all that means is that you've had to pay what you're already paying.
You're normal. Yeah.
You're normal. You're normal. You're the one making the mortgage, not us just yet. You're the one. But you haven't lost anything for betting with us. Which 100%.
Totally. And they've been close. This one was very close. That San Francisco Chargers over was so close. It was right there, and it just didn't happen. But hopefully you've been following some NBA and you've been able to make back some of that money. So, but we'll dive into that.
I've been placing bets privately based on the Rococo picks, and I've made the mortgage. Let me tell you that.
That's why you get that new car. It's like, oh, that's where that came from. I see that. But anyway, so we'll dive into NBA here in a minute. But you want to just go? You ready to look at some NBA here?
I'm not gonna lie. This is when I look at this week, I'm thinking, holy crap, this is the first week where I feel like the odds makers didn't really give us a whole lot of wiggle room. Like, there isn't one game or 2 or 3 games usually that pops up. It's like Baltimore minus 2.5. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Like, I'm looking through these, I think I don't feel bad about this week, but I think this is going to be the toughest week of picks. And this is kind of like a proving grounds.
Sure.
So if we go 4-2, 5-1, 6-0 in a week like this, where the teams that are trying, and, playoff legacies are starting to be cemented, then I feel really good.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. I looked at these, and you kind of, you go down the board, and you're like, okay, I don't know. Like, I see, some of these enticing matchups. Vikings Cowboys is kind of interesting just because it's so close. But you want me to start? Am I starting off?
Please.
I know we said we're not doing the first game of the week, or like we're the early games, but man, I think the odds makers were waiting for Green Bay to show up, and now they're just like, oh, -3. And I'm like, Tennessee, I think they can go on. They're +3 right now. I like Tennessee, just money line Tennessee Thursday night
going into Green Bay.
Yeah. I think they can go in and win that game. I think this feels like Derrick Henry 250 yards. Like, I just think it just feels like it, right? It's just getting a little colder. Packers aren't blowing the doors off anybody.
No, not at all.
I kind of like it. I would take the +3, I think, just for the sake of our parlay. But that's where I want to go, man. I want to start us off. Tennessee.
So you're going to take the Thursday night game. You're going to say Tennessee +3.
Tennessee +3. That's where I want to start.
Ooh,
it's going down.
Okay.
It's going down.
I like it.
I know you think you're playing Rodgers on fantasy, and you're probably hoping he pops off, but
that's fine. Then I always root for like a 56-51 Titans, or I can skew it however I want to skew it. That's fine. I can root for what I want to root for.
All right. Give me Tennessee.
But okay, this game is the one that makes the most sense to me of all of them. When I looked through them, when I was looking at the over-unders, I saw this and I said, again, and maybe I'm missing something, but I understand it's a divisional game. So I'm going to the Jets at the Patriots.
Okay. Jets at the Patriots.
Jets at the Patriots. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm on the Jets hype train right now. And I just think the 3.5, even if they lose on that last second field goal, I like the Jets going into New England, even though historically that has not been a wonderful place for the Jets to go play. But this is a new year. Even with the absence of Hall, I feel like this team believes in each other. And I believe in the Jets D holding up to that really strong New England run game. It's going to be cold. It's going to be close, I think. So give me the 3.5 points and I'll take the Jets.
For the Jets. Okay. Let's see. Week 8. New England at the Jets. They lost by 5. This was that was the other 5-1 week.
Oh, that was the other 5-1. Do you remember?
Because we had it. They were up 10-3 with the pick 6 and they took it back and they called it back and then we lost. So that was, now it dawned on me when you were saying the Jets. I thought the Jets, I remember this Pats game. So we're taking Jets plus 3.5.
Yeah.
This is revenge game.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. I feel good. Let's get this back. Ooh, how sweet would that be if we were able to have revenge there and it helps us get our parlay. All right. I want to go to a game that feels like it should be a larger spread, but I think because this team won this past week and they've been really bad all year, and the other team lost this week and they've been amazing all year. And I think it's Philly at the Colts, Eagles at Colts. I think Philly comes back in a very, very strong way.
Wow.
I think
you don't believe in the Jeff Saturday Colts?
I think Jeff Saturday had one good speech in him. And he burned and he burned it. And he had to get the win. I would have done the same. But man, a lot of the rah-rah stuff just kind of loses. It's like, okay, man, we heard you say that week 1 or the first week you were our coach. What else you got? So I could be way off here, but I just think Philly, I like 6.5. It's just asking us to take it. And I think Philly comes back. There were no injuries in that game against Washington. We picked it. We knew that was going to be rough. I think Philly's the type of team that says, oh, well, we lost in a bad way at home. We're coming back with vengeance.
So let me ask you this question. I'll push back a little bit on this. I'm still going to roll with you, but I'm trying to dig into the mindset a little bit.
Yeah.
If Philly had won last week and this spread going into Indianapolis was minus 6.5, would you still pick it?
No.
Or is it because of the loss?
Because of the loss. What would have Jeff Saturday's speech been, Jared, had Philly won last week? What's his go-to?
What's his go-to this week?
No, what would it have been if Philly had won last week?
Oh, he would have had
what
to.
Would he have said?
He would have had to have called Peyton Manning up and brought him into the locker room and said, "Peyton, I don't know what to do. Fire him up." Or he would, I don't know, if you watch Get Up, his little pancakes, he would probably show like a pancake,
I love the pancake.
A pancake highlight reel.
I think,
but that's what makes me I'm gonna roll with you because I believe in you and I've seen your record. The only thing that makes me nervous about this is the one thing that the Colts do well, I think, is the same thing that the Commanders did well, and that's just run the ball, control the line of scrimmage, keep Jalen Hurts on the sideline. And to me, Jeff Saturday can't preach anything else, right? He ain't the quarterback. He was a lineman, right? So he's looking at this team going, I know how to beat this team.
As a man that has a lot of stock in the Colts running game this year, I'm going to tell you that was a mirage last game. And if it wasn't for a 66-yard touchdown run that was a miracle by Jonathan Taylor, one, I wouldn't be in playoff contention anymore. My fantasy season would have been over. And two, that would have been a really rudimentary day for Jonathan Taylor. So it was one play. I need Taylor, and I hope he scores a touchdown. But I have no faith in this team. Where I was getting at is Philly wins. Saturday's speech is ready. This team is 9-0. They're undefeated. We're knocking them off. Nobody believes us. Nobody believes in us. What do you say now? Well, this team is 8-1, but
they're pretty good.
But they lost by double digits to the Commanders at home. Well, I don't know. So that's where I'm going. Philly 6.5.
All right. No, I can get down with it. And I am going to the team that won that game on Monday Night Football. And I'm sipping the Heineke Hennessy is what I'm sipping on right now.
Yeah, baby.
Now, so help me if those dum-dums in DC decide to put their starting quarterback back in. I would lose. Like, let's put Carson Wentz in. Like, that Carson Wentz would make a great car salesman. He never needs to play quarterback again. Like, he just looks like the guy that wants to sell you your Mercedes when you walk onto the lot.
Or would you recommend he takes his money and like he owns the lot? Like Wentz is
fine.
Volkswagen dealership or something.
That's fine. I just think his best days are behind him, and I think he's just haunted. Like, that's the way, if you ask me one word to describe Carson Wentz, it's haunted.
Can't you see Carson Wentz being a great, like, steakhouse owner where they come in and they sit down with him and they're like, did you play in the NFL? And he's like, yeah, my rookie year, we won the Super Bowl, but I was hurt. But look at my stuff on the wall. Like, and they're like, oh, very cool, man. Very cool.
I see him being that, but like physically looking like Fat Thor, you know, just like the when the juices running down his belly, talking about that one Super Bowl that he won that he didn't win, that he was on the team for. Like that's how I see that playing out.
And they're looking at him like, you really played? Like they're Googling his name.
Yeah.
Like Carson Wentz, NFL.
Like, you bounced around to a lot of teams at the end of your career. What happened there?
Dude, that is hilarious. Oh my god.
So as long as Heineke is throwing the ball and that run attack there, the Texans are garbage. They are so bad. What are they? 1-7-1 right now?
They're
going
bad.
into this week.
They're bad. Yeah, they're bad.
I just think that Commanders defense is above average, and I think this team is feeling themselves right now. They showed the statistic on Monday Night Football about like Heineke's win record versus like every other quarterback for the last decade's win record in DC.
Yeah.
So 3.5, I just think it'll be bigger. I think the Commanders win by 10 or more in that game. So I'll go -3.5.
Can I
on Washington?
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
And this usually doesn't happen. Like all the picks we've had on the show, we've now done. This is our 11th week. We rarely, I think, have the same game picked in the same way. I had this too. I mean, this was my third one. I just think the Commanders roll. They roll into Houston. I think Houston is like they feel good about the number one pick, and they want to make sure they keep it. I think as long as Heineke, I'm with you. If they make a quarterback change, those are idiots. They deserve to lose. Give me Heineke. How excited was he when they did that, like roughing at the end?
He was hyped.
He was hyped. I've never seen that man hyped for a penalty. Like, he was like, first down.
What did you think about that penalty?
It was BS, but you had to call it. I mean, you have to call it. He was on his knee for 2 seconds at least.
That's my thing. Like, the first hit, fine. I don't know what that second guy was thinking.
Nah, he
didn't hit him hard, but like jump over him, fall over.
Yeah.
You can't touch him.
I think
so many people are like, no. He clearly broke the rule, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, you know the rules. It probably in his head, he was like, in probably that second and a half, he's like, okay, I'm gonna blow him up. Oh wait, he's on the ground. I'm gonna get a penalty. Oh wait, I don't really care. I'm gonna blow him up. Oh wait, no, we need to get the ball back. And then it was too late.
He was standing at midfield.
Yeah.
Like, as the game was over, like, I think he might still be there.
He probably
lamenting that hit.
Jalen Hurts wanted that ball back so bad.
Oh, he so did. But it was fine. Me and the 72 Dolphins, we always get together. every time this goes down, cigars.
Jared.
It was good. It was a great night.
Pitbull. Papa Champagne. Dale.
Me and Sanka and Greasy and all those guys, we're just having a blast.
Oh, they all get together.
Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't right, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.
Okay, is it my turn?
It is back to you for your last one.
My last one. I'm going to a place that is near and dear to my heart. My wife and I got married in this state. You were born in this state.
You're gonna steal my last one.
And there is no way.
Are you taking the under?
Under?
No, that's
41 and a I got him. I love it. Oh man, now we got 2 in a row. If the under was 9.5, I would debate it. I would debate it.
And it's so funny because it just shows how little people know, right? And I say that ironically, being on a betting podcast, but everybody was so hyped on the AFC West coming into this season.
Yeah.
Or they could have 3, maybe all 4 teams. And now it's the AFC East that is looking good as well as the NFC East. It's it's hilarious, the parody of the NFL. Yeah. But this is like 2 kindergartners playing around in the sand. Mm-hmm. This will be 10-3.
10-3. This is the classic, like maybe 1 first down, punt. Then the other team, first down, penalty, punt. Like they're just going to go back and forth. I don't. Yep. Maybe Russ gets 1 deep ball off, but to put up 40 points, it would be unreal to me, unless like Devontae Adams just like has one of those just ballistic games. But even he can have 2 touchdowns here. And they're not even going to get close. And it doesn't
matter. Yeah. But that's what's so funny about this matchup is the Raiders D is so bad. Yeah. But so is the Broncos offense. And then when you flip it, it's like, okay, both people on their strength. Yes. It's going nowhere.
Yeah, it goes nowhere. Yeah. And the Raiders have given up. I mean, they're not into the season anymore. I think it's over. So anyway, under. Love it. All right. What's our final one now that I stole yours?
I think I might go Monday Night Football.
Oh, you going Monday night?
Just to make it interesting.
Oh, I like it. Oh, what you going?
But I'm going over here.
Okay. All right.
I'm not a believer because I was debating. I was like, maybe I take the Chiefs Chargers. That could be, but that over is at 50. Chargers failed us this past week on the over. They look like the Packers in the second half. Just absolutely nothing. But Arizona and 49ers over 43.5. Yeah. I think that could still happen. Is Murray out?
You read my mind. I'm looking. He says Murray remains day to day. He's day to day right now. He's not practicing. I think Colt McCoy actually does a decent job.
I think so too. Even if you have Hopkins, close your eyes and throw the ball up in the air.
Oh my gosh. Again, I think I've mentioned this before in another episode. How did I not draft that guy? Like, because he was suspended, but oh my God, that was so stupid.
It's the same thing with Deshaun Watson. Like, I'm looking back through my draft picks and I'm like,
oh yeah.
But I'm hoping that'll benefit Amari Cooper. In the long run.
It probably will, yeah.
And moving forward.
You're going to get some passes.
So I'm
rolling, man. I like it.
As a tentative Monday nighter.
Okay.
It's in Arizona. Colt McCoy can muster some of that old Texas magic.
Yep.
Except that hopefully he doesn't muster the national championship game magic.
Yeah, let's not get hurt. Let's not do that.
Let's not get hurt. Yeah, but I think I even remember reading an article earlier this week where a lot of the locker room was happier about McCoy throwing the ball than Kyler Murray. Because Murray just seems to have some attitude, man. I don't get it. You just got paid a prolific deal. Yeah. And then you're going to come out here and act like this. Mm-hmm. Like, no, man. Yeah. Like, he just seems like a punk is what it seems like right now.
He kind of does. And Murray, come on the show, man. Defend yourself. Call us. You a punk?
I want to know what's going on.
What are you doing?
Bet you. We'll bet you.
We'll bet you. Come on. We'll bet you. That's an honor. All right. Okay, let me do the quick rundown. We got Tennessee Thursday night +3 versus the Packers. We got Philly -6.5 at the Colts. Terrible Jeff Saturday speech. We have the Jets +3.5 at New England. Revenge game for us.
Revenge game.
We have Commanders -3.5 against the Texans. Just keep rolling, Commanders. Do your thing. Don't bench Heineke. And we got the make the like we call it make the mortgage. There's like put your life on it. I mean, I don't know what more you could do. Maybe your children's life. Raiders at Broncos under 41.5.
Yep, all day, every day.
I'm still trying.
You said under 9. Yep, this game could end 2-0.
Like, is that?
It could end in a tie, 0-0. I don't know if that's ever happened. I remember seeing a 2-0 game when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen a game end 0-0 in the NFL. But if it does, I think this is the perfect opportunity to relegate both of these teams. And then, like I said, I think I don't know what the Germany team would be named or the London team would be named.
Yes.
But bring them in.
They would be called. I learned some German the morning we watched the game, and like I think it's like Zeiga is goat because they were saying Brady is Zeiga, so it'd be like the German Zeigas or something because they're just they're goats, or I don't know, maybe the oh my gosh, the sausages. What do you call them? Not the Bratwurst. No, it's the
German Wieners.
No, the Wiener Schnitzels. That's what I was going for. The Schnitzels. Yeah, they bring them in. Get Broncos out of here. Man,
I say Schwarzenegger and Heidi Klum buy the team, and they can be the Terminators, the German Terminators.
Isn't Arnold Austrian?
Oh, he might be.
He's German. I love it though.
This show has already been ethically very insensitive to many groups.
It has. Well, yeah, that's what we do. All right, and then the final game over. 43.5.
I don't even think Heidi Klum is German. I don't know.
No,
I think
she's.
A lot of assumptions there.
No, I do think she's German.
Okay.
I think she's German. I hope Heidi, come on the show. Defend yourself. Defend your nationality.
That's how we're gonna get ratings on the show. Insult people. Come on the show. Defend yourself.
I had this talk with my wife where I'm like, again during this game, where I'm like, if you're from Germany, and someone asks you, what are you? You're like, oh, I'm German, and you're like, oh, you live in Germany. You're German. But we don't say, like, when they ask, what are you, Jared? You say, oh, I'm German. You don't say you're American.
No,
like, you're
for
not,
sure.
We're not from here. What other country says that? I'm Brazilian. Oh, I'm from Brazil. I'm English. I'm Italian. I'm Korean. But we don't say I'm American, like, as a nationality or as where you're from.
I think if you went abroad, you would. Like, if you were in Brazil, you'd say, I'm American.
But they ask, like, well, what kind of Asian are you? You wouldn't say, oh, I'm American. Do you say I'm American Asian? You don't. I wouldn't say that. I'd say, well, my mom was from Korea. You know?
I hear what you're saying. I
don't know. Maybe we're off on topic now. It was over 43.5. Niners, Cardinals. God, I hope we're 5-0 going into this game. Oh, my word.
It'd be so good.
Oh.
And just an update, Heidi Klum is German, and you were correct about
God.
Arnold. But little known fact from my 4 semesters of German in college, Austria does share a border with Germany. So it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Potatoes. They're all similar-ish. Okay. All right.
White people are the only thing you can say that about without getting canceled.
Destroyed. Yeah. All right. You ready?
No, the
you
mortgage.
Ready? Rocket Mortgage, where you at? We're looking at sponsorship. I think we'd have to go like 11-5 this year for Rocket Mortgage to take us on. I hate myself that we're 5-5. However,
but you've never missed both. We've never missed both sides.
Never missed both sides. Never in these 2-team teasers. Knock on wood, Jared, has not happened. Has not happened, man, and it's not going to happen today. So let me reset my board here. Okay. Oh, yeah, that looks juicy. Oh, I'm even looking at this. I'm ready. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I told you I was not going to go with over-unders anymore. I lied.
But
I lied immensely. We're going back to the well. Kansas City Chargers. I think they.
It's a trap.
I think they think. I looked at this. I was like, have they played 6 times this year? And I think what's happening is anytime the Kansas City plays somebody, I pick them. And then whenever the Chargers play somebody, I pick them. So that's why
fair.
I feel like I've picked this matchup numerous times. We're going back. Okay, we're teasing this down. So 45.5 points.
And then
over.
you're going to take the over.
Over. Okay, Jared, if I have to go and give this man my body parts, I will get Keenan Allen onto the field this week. I will fly out to San Diego, not San Diego, to LA, and I will literally, Keenan, what do you want, man? Let's go find a doctor.
Liver, kidney.
What do you need? What do you need to get on the field? You have scored 13.
I don't know, man. He's chilling. He looks very comfortable on the sideline.
Well, it's time to get his something onto the field.
When we started our fantasy football draft this year, who was the one person I told you I would not be drafting?
I don't even remember. Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen.
That's so stupid.
I said I'm not picking the bets anymore. I'm done picking veteran players.
The man just catches balls. He should have been fine. I look back, technically he was my third pick, but because I was picking first, and then on the go around I picked back to back. So easily I could say he was my second overall pick.
Wow.
Come on, man. So go catch some balls, get in this game, and let's get over 45.5 points. So
let's go.
That's my first one.
That's the first part. What's the second part?
I'm also going over on another game that I think will be kind of a track meet because one of their defenses is really bad and gave up 39 points this past week. Cleveland at Buffalo.
Oh,
I think this game just gets wild. And
Deshaun's not playing this week, right? He has one more
week. So Jacoby this is his week, man. He had nothing to lose. He's not going to be playing next week. So, or is it week 12? It's the Houston game, which I thought was hilarious. That's Deshaun's first game. 37 points is what this gets teased down to. I think Buffalo could score 37 points.
Yeah. I mean,
Josh
not even
Allen joking.
Has to be fed up. Like, I don't know. That was just a really bad pick at the end of that game.
Yeah.
I think he wants to prove himself, and it's not very difficult to prove yourself against Cleveland at home.
Mm-mm.
But the one thing I will say, I saw the forecast for this game. It's like 3 feet of snow.
3 feet?
3 feet of snow.
Are you serious?
1 to 3 feet of snow predicted for this game. So, but now does that affect the Buffalo players? No, Cleveland cold weather place as well. But I don't know if you were aware of that.
We're rolling.
But this is a snow game.
Yeah, the whole thing I always used to hear was like it's harder to play defense in the snow because they don't know where you're going. And I think both these teams can run the ball. You got Chubb, you got Hunt, you got Allen, you got Singletary. Okay. I still fine. Let's do it. Okay. Let's dive in. 37 points. 37 points. I didn't know it was going to be snow. That's right. No field. That just means no field goals, Jared.
Don't go back on it.
That just means they're just going. They're Josh Allen's not playing. I don't care. 37 points. It'll be fine. So call your mortgage lenders. Tell them we're good this month. It's getting on
Checks in the mail, baby.
my FanDuel account.
In the mail.
Checks in the mail. There we go. So that's our NFL week 11. Week 11? Is that what I said?
Week 11.
Week 11.
Yep. Week 11.
Real quick, we'll wrap it up here fast. NBA. Let me just do a quick NBA update. Man, I'm on just a little 2-game loser streak right now, coming into today's recording, which was kind of deflating. Last night, the bet was Blazers minus 3.5 against the Spurs, which covered. Sorry, Mike. And then just the big snap, man. Like my worst pick, man, was I picked the Nets +7 against the Kings, and wow, that like went way the other way.
There were almost 300 points in that game.
Wow, that sucks,
it's bananas.
Yeah, the Kings had like a 40-point lead at one point. I just thought TNT, it's a national game. You know, Durant will keep it close. No, the Kings were fired up, and the Nets play no defense. So, but overall, 18-7 is where I'm sitting here on these. Was 18-5, dang it, but was just solid. I think I still like the Hawks. I like some Hornets. love right now. LaMelo Ball back doing his thing. That's good. Portland still getting some favorable point spreads, so we'll just keep.
They're still winning, man.
Yeah, and we're still winning, number 1 in the West. Come on now. So we'll keep rolling there with some bets. I think the Jazz and I think the Spurs, I think are starting to come down a little bit. Just a little bit. I think they're hot streak in the beginning, so I'm just being careful to put any money there. I think the Thunder right now, and I'm going to look at this, but I think that team I want to ride for like 3 or 4 games because they're not getting any respect right now. They're +4 at Washington currently, and I need to look. Maybe there's somebody out, but man, that team plays. Man, they play hard and they're going. So I like the Thunder in a lot of these matchups. I like picking against the Timberwolves. So,
they bad, baby.
Whoever they're playing, pick against them. But yeah, it's been good. We're making some progress. I want to get to 20 wins before another loss here. Let's have a little bounce back. So that's what's going on NBA. As always, kind of keep up on Twitter. We got a little Facebook group we have started. You gotta hit us up though to get into that. That's a little private.
We're getting messages saying, "Hey, I took you up on this bet. I took you up on that bet."
Sure.
And people making money. I'm excited. We're helping other people.
I can't believe that. I'm like, what the heck? Like, is this real? Are these real people? It's really cool. So appreciate the support and the love, and just don't be mad at us if we pick wrong. But we'll try to keep above that 60%. That's our goal.
Yeah, you just got to stick with us.
Just stick with us.
For the long haul.
Stick with us. Don't go nowhere. 60%. That's our goal.
It's like esports. It's in hibernation right now. Not all esports, but League of Legends esports in hibernation right now.
Yeah, in hibernation.
A lot of recouping. Inevitably, what that means for the Americans is we're waiting to see what Koreans we can get over onto our teams, or what washed-up Europeans would like to come just hang out in America and mediocrely play for their teams.
Do you think
that's generally what it means?
Do you think Faker is now going to make the move to NA? Is it time?
I don't think he can. Like, why would you? I mean, that man could walk down the street, and I mean, they just have to worship him. Even if he lost this year, he still has 3 championships. Like,
well, let's say
why leave the homeland to come to the meager streets of LA? So
Liquid calls. Team Liquid calls and says, "We'll give you 20 million." He's coming.
Million?
He's coming. He's coming.
For one season?
Let's say like a 3-year contract. So 7 a year, 6.5 a year.
I don't know. I'd have to see what he's making over there.
There's no way.
But that's the thing. Like, he's gonna come over here, and I don't think he's what he used to be. Like, even if you watch the series, he was not the best player on that team.
I know, but he got the name though.
But he got the name, but that just doesn't mean anything. Like, people were bodying him in some games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's how that's the only way we would get a player is like, this is David Beckham, right? That we're not going to get the best player. We're not getting Canyon. He's not coming. But Faker, he might come. I wonder if you get the streaming rights to him too for those 3 years. Like, any income brought in off streaming is also to the team. Then that could be enticing. That you might make that up in 3 years.
Know. It's going to be tough. I will say this: once we pick back up League of Legends, mostly we'll be betting the NL LCS split, maybe a little bit of the EU.
Sure.
But those games can be very volatile. It's best of ones, best of fives, in my opinion, much more easier to predict.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have to see a little bit what teams rise. Look at the roster shifts, but we'll do a little not bet but futures talk once the teams have settled out and their rosters are finalized as we get closer to the next.
Sure,
split.
and we'll do some research on a good sports betting platform for this. It's just not going to be DraftKings. FanDuel doesn't do it, so we may have to kind of go off some odds. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. We got time.
That San Francisco arena for the finals was packed.
Yeah,
and there wasn't a American team.
Yeah.
In sight.
It's crazy, man. It's huge.
It will get there.
It's a big sport.
It will come.
Yep. Well, Jared, This is a pleasure. I know you got a lot of stuff going on right now, and business, other things, personal stuff, and we go with families. So to make the time for this is always special. I enjoy doing this with you, my friend.
I enjoy doing it as well. This was a good little break from the craziness of life right now, just to kind of forget and laugh.
Yeah.
And do some sports.
Yeah, man.
Sports.
Well, for 5-0, we may take a trip down to Arizona. So let's just see. I don't know.
There's some great escape rooms out there. I need to play.
It'd be warm there. You would like that. So we'll take that. All right, homie. You have a good week. Let's get these bets, baby.
First parlay week right here.
Come on. 6-0.
Parlay week right here.
Nom. I can feel it. All right. See ya.
See ya.
We need a sign off. We need a sign off like a you bet or something like that.
Oh, like a quick little. And then we need like the cha-ching sound.
Oh, yeah.
Like the registers. Cha-ching.
Dang it. We do need a cha-ching sound. Okay. Well, we're getting there. Season 1 is just laying the groundwork,
That's true.
Yeah.
Get the record in, get the percentages in.
Yeah. It'll be exciting.
Yeah. Oh.
That sounds very angelic. All right. I got to go. I'm about to get yelled at. So, I'm getting yelled at. He's coming. I got to go.
When we do the video, I'm going to, first episode, do the Kirk Cousins shirtless chains. That's going to be my episode 1.
I love it. I can't wait. All right. See ya. Bye, Zach.
See ya.
Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.
Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Mike.
And we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros Foes Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't rap, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.